This is the answer key for Wednesday, October 11th. Question number 1. Which differences are in the shaded range of this number line? More than one answer. So, make sure when you're solving this that you know there is going to be more than one correct answer. Our shaded range has 600, a blank, and 900. So we have to figure out what that other blank is. So I'm going to skip count by 100. My blank represents 700. So as I'm subtracting, I'm looking for numbers that are between 600 and 700. Let's solve for A. 900 minus 600. My ones place is 0. My tens place is 0. 9 minus 6 is 3. A is 300. That is not between 600 and 700. Let's solve for B. 700 minus 250. 0 minus 0 is 0. Can't do 0 minus 5 without getting a negative number, so I have to borrow from my hundreds place. The 7 becomes a 6. The 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 6 minus 2 is 4. 450. That is not in between 600 and 700. So now I must solve for C. 900 minus 250. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 5, I can do that without getting a negative number, so I have to borrow from a hundreds place. The 9 becomes an 8. The 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 8 minus 2 is 6. 650. 650 would be in this number line. It would be right here in the middle between 600 and 700. So C is a possible answer choice. Make sure you're showing your work and writing your answers next to the subtraction problem. Let's solve for D. 1,300 minus 685. I can't do my ones place or my tens place without borrowing. So I take my 3, make it a 2. The 0 becomes a 10. I have to borrow again, so it becomes a 9. This 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 8 is 1. 2 minus 6 I can't do without borrowing again. So I'm going to borrow from my thousands place. This 2 becomes a 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. 615. 615 is in the shaded range of that number line. So now I have my multiple answers that are found for this problem. The second computation question reads, the custodian arranged 8 rows of chairs in the activity room. Each row had 7 chairs. What is the total number of chairs? So this is kind of like an array where I have to multiply my numbers together. Now let's say I don't know 8 times 7 off the top of my head. Gotta use my handy dandy multiplication chart. 8 times 7, 56. 56 chairs is a total amount. The next question requires me to use a line graph. The line graph shows facts that you got correct over a 4-day period. Let's take a look at the questions. Use the graph to answer the questions. Between which 2 days did the facts increase the most? The word increase means going up. So between which 2 days did they increase the most? So between day 3 and 4, they increased by 1. Between day 4 and 12, they increased by 8. Between day 3 and 4, they increased by 3. So the biggest increase was when they jumped from day 2 to day 3. A good prediction of your score for day 5 will be, well, if I'm looking at my graph, I'm noticing that overall the graph has always gone up, at least by 1. So I can eliminate B because B says it's decreasing. And because I know it's always gone up by 1, it can't be A because that means it would stay the same. So my best prediction for this would be 18 facts because it's steadily increasing. Number 3, how many more facts did you get correct on day 3 than day 1? So this is asking me to find the difference between these numbers. So I need to take day 3, which is 12, and day 1, which was 3, and subtract those. 12 minus 3 is 9. Okay, now our geography questions. It says, if you were in the city of Alexandria, you might see this major river. Well, I helped myself by drawing a little map of Virginia. And as you can see, Alexandria is up here, and the little saying we have is, Alex has a pot on his head. So which river has a key word of P-O-T in it? Number 2, which famous person explored the Great Dismal Swamp in the 1700s? This person was a surveyor and was also very familiar with the lay of the land in Virginia. He was also our first president. Number 3, this is the largest natural lake. This is Virginia's largest natural lake. There's only one lake on here that we've learned about, and it's inside the Great Dismal Swamp. Number 4, the Great Dismal Swamp is located in Virginia and this state that is south of Virginia. I drew my little map here, and here's the Great Dismal Swamp and the lake in the middle of it. And here's the state that's south of Virginia. All right, guys, hope this helps. Bye.